When I say where you at, you say right here. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Type shit. Type shit, type shit. All the kids. Keep going on about. Fuck a private, send it from a personal account. Gotta hawk it to ya. Hiding poison in my mouth. Glands holding the components to a copious amount. If I find out that you're really homies for the cloud. If I find out coded in directions that you route. If your loyalty leads only to contention in the drought. The confession that you flout will only poison you. I've been hacking weeds. Crazy if you sprout with a spray at a tout. I'm cleaning layers of the ground. When it's ready for exposure, pick the pen up like a joust. Defending any venomous behavior as aroused from the doldrums that a poet tries daily to renounce. If the devil tries to trick us, speaking only when I bounce. I'm spitting off of Raven like it's Corey in the house. The chamber that I open leaves a hole where you pronounce. Choke on every word till it breaks your big astronomy. Misshapen due to quality. My circle takes in quality. You say what you've been banking on, thoughts your economy. Watch how much consumption's interrupting your autonomy. Reserve your reactions to the actions of the colony and really only speak when you can teach instead of following. You live a life of bad advice. Lost some opportunities. Could hold the ticker tape parade full of the caution that you threw. You're exactly who I'm thinking of to consummate a plan. Shut the cellar door. I'll go and oscillate the fan. While I roll out a board, we can find where it fits. You can move to the front. No one minds where you sit. On approach, I will interpret what it was I tried to draw for you. I've pinned up a bunch of pictures. You're like, are you taking down the mafia? Look closer. And you'll notice that there's Polaroids of each of you. The orders are to make a line and take yours to your seat to view. So glad to meet with you. Break bread and eat with you. I skipped initiation. There's a reason this is reaching you. I broke the algorithm to reveal the infrastructures built by the society of real motherfuckers. Where you at? Where are you at? Where are you at? Give yourself a round of applause for coming to another Nuyorican Poets Cafe Wednesday night open mic. Thanks so much. All right, second week of December. All right, are we locked in tonight, chat? Are you ready to have a good time? Okay, say hello and make some noise for the live stream audience joining us. Make some noise. All right, that's for you. Everyone at home on YouTube watching this right now. If you were sent the link by a friend of a friend, yeah, stay tuned. You might see, you will see them come on this stage. I already broke down the rules and regulations of how this open mic works and things of that nature. But for the audience here, again, thank you so much for coming to the Loisaida Center. All right, as you can see, this is not the Nuyorican Poets Cafe exactly. The Nuyorican Poets Cafe is currently under renovation. All right, it was a 3-year renovation. The city put a lot of money into it, and so we are slated for a reopening next year. But until then, the Loisaida Center is our home for these Wednesday night open mics. All right. Again, did I say my name already? My name is Brian Acosta Aria, also known as Brian the Motel Guy, and I will be facilitating this open mic. This is like the most I'll be talking all evening. I'll let the fantastic artists in the audience do all the testimony. I know it feels like an underground church right now. I feel like the little baptism tub might fucking come out. All right, on Thursdays, not today. This is an open mic day. All right, Bible study on Tuesdays, Alan. All right, no, but the testimony will still occur from each and every one of you. If you haven't signed up yet, fucking go sign up. All right, the list will continue to grow as the night goes on. Okay, so as promised, all right, I gave rules and regulations. I said there was like 3 categories: house, open mic, and there's a third one, chat. There's a third rule that I have been hiding from you, and now I will reveal. It's the motel guy rule. I'm the motel guy. This is my rule, chat, for each and every single one of you present in this building right now. Okay? No ego. Is that hard? Is that easy? I don't know. Let me explain. All right, specifically for the artists first. All right, I've been to a lot of open mics in my day. All right, and I've learned a little something about ego stepping into any of these rooms. All right, it's a little energy's a little weird, a little tepid. You got people like seasoned performers, and you got complete amateurs, and everyone's kind of like scared to like scared. I don't know. The energy's weird. Not in my mic. No, 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 no. And the way that we get rid of that weird energy is get rid of the ego. Did everyone leave their ego at home today? Yes? Lies, 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 lies. What I've learned as an artist, the ego is your identity. Well, what I've learned as a human, the ego is your identity. Some would say you can't even eat, Alan, without your ego. It actually serves your art. It makes you fucking make your art, okay, at home or wherever you make art, all right? But when you come through these doors, the ego disappears and you just present your art. Your art is up here. Okay, there's no hesitation, no being scared that someone is gonna judge you for your shit. Okay, and that means we have to release the ego. Now, this is where we practice it today. I want you to do it every single day, chat. Okay, but today, if you haven't done it in a while, is where you practice. All right. So, if you didn't leave your ego back in your apartment, it's okay. I'll help you out. Okay. I'll show you mine. All right. Here it is. I keep it right between my boobs. Okay. I don't know where you keep it in the UK, but in between my boobs is where my ego is. Yuck, newcomer. This is my ego right here. Come in, friend. Sign up for the open mic and stare at my ego, Alan. Disgusting. Easily bruised. Smells a little bit. All right, good thing I have a little baggie. Scent proof right over here. Plop. That's where my ego is for the rest of the night. Now, as the host, man, I'm going to help you all out. I really am. Okay, I'm going to facilitate this mic the best as I can so to provide a space that you can fucking do your thing without fear of judgment or anything like that. Okay, now, what I need everyone to do, if you didn't leave your ego at home, is give me your ego temporarily until the show ends. Hold it up, chat. Up high. Hold your ego. You're so proud of it regularly. Come on, I'm not going to continue if you don't. Hold up your ego. Is it really heavy? Do you feel it in your hand a little bit? Ugh, hate it. Throw it at me at the count of 3. Yeet it at the tiny Asian guy. 1, 2, 3. I know I said don't throw anything. Huh? Caught you. All right, this is just imaginary though, okay? Wrapped it up. Boop. I will give it to our friend Simone at the merch table. And you can take it back home with you if you want, okay? But I guarantee you won't after this show, especially if you're an audience member too, and you participate in that silly little exercise. A thing that holds back a lot of audiences in general is that big C word that's run rampant. Cringe. Ugh. Cringe, right? It's everywhere now. It makes people just not even want to participate in things or watch certain things because it's not their cup of tea and it's not the genre of music that they like. You will experience all sorts of different art forms on this stage right now. So now both performers and audience members have no ego. I think we can do this open mic. And I promise at the end of it, you will have said something beautiful and you would have saw something beautiful when you walk out into those New York City streets, okay? Yes? Can we do open mic night tonight? Okay, if you've just come in, thank you so much, latecomers. All right, you're right on time. All right, go sign up for this mic. The list is still open for all sorts of acts. We do close the list for musical performances like at 7 o'clock. All right, so upload your tracks and all of that. Let me look at the open mic list. Let's see what's going on here. How many people we got? Ooh, we got like nine artists. Sick. Okay, we got some poetry, original song. Excellent. All right, this is an all-act open mic, so you can do anything up here. All right, comedy, whatever, not just poetry, even though it is in the name. All right, go explore your artistry. All right, so here's how I'm going to bring people up here. All right, I'm going to use some baseball terminology as well. Okay, so the first one up is Leon Speaks. Leon, where are you? Okay, you sit tight, pal. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it. I'm going to use a term like on deck. That means the person next after Leon speaks. That is Sonderbat. Where are you? Sonderbat. Thank you so much for pulling up on us, Sonderbat. Okay, forgive me if I mispronounce any of your names or anything like that. You just correct me and Punch me in the face if you want to, okay? So Sonder Pat is on deck. Leon first, and that's how we will go down this little listy list I got over here. All right, thank you again so much for coming to the Nuyorican Poets Cafe open mic. I'll explain the history of it later on during our little halftime show, but you are continuing on a time-honored tradition that we've been doing for decades. So congratulations for coming here. Pretty cool. Mark it off your bucket list. Coming to the stage, give it up for Leon Speaks, y'all. Yes! Let's fucking go. Energy, 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 energy all the way to the stage. Man, he got a lapel mic on. He ready to do this thing. Yes.
We good. How's everyone doing? Well? All right, let's start this off. I spent years shrinking my silhouette just to fit inside rooms that were built too small for the way my thoughts stretched. But life's kind of funny, isn't it? One day you'll look up and you'll realize you're standing in spaces your postcode or zip code didn't predict, breathing air that's thick with expectations from people who don't know your journey, but only your finish line. And there'll be times where I think, should I tone it down? Turn the brightness low. Blend in so no one feels threatened from a kid who learnt how to shine without asking permission. Nah, not anymore. Not when that same glow I used to hide behind zip lips is now the reason I open doors when I spit scripts. Turn the brightness up. And as I write this up, I start to think, behind those closed doors, there ain't many that's like us. I don't have a uni degree, but somehow I'm who you need me to be. Do you agree? And there'll be times where you meet those people who are vocal enough to say, why me? But they won't say it to you because your light's too loud for them to even speak. So in a world where everyone sounds the same, I'll be damned if I let someone else tell you that you need to change. I need you to be you. I need you to bust a gun finger salute when you hear a good tune without scanning the room to see if someone might find it rude. Be you. These days, I stand tall, not to tower over anybody, but to honor that kid I used to be. The one who used to whisper dreams and picture scenes that I was the main character, and now that kid will be proud. Proud that I walk into every room like the floorboards recognize the rhythm of my steps and guide me through. Flames steady, but I'm rising up. Every setback taught me how to be tough. Every moment built me enough to burn bright. And if they can't handle the light, I'm only just warming up. Thank you. All right, let me get these 5 minutes. Hey, Big Ed. New number, who's that? You might not remember me, but it's kind of funny how I found my way back. I took the skills and experiences that we made into the corporate world, and little did I know, that's where you were at. Truth is, I never stopped writing. I just stopped sharing. I lost belief in the direction we were going, and it's not that I stopped caring, it's just, you know what? No more excuses. It was me. There were some things I had to learn and understand, like when they cut off the lights and turn off the mic, was I still the man? Was I doing this because of how it made me feel, or just because I was in demand? I can't lie. I flirted with the idea of being normal. I clocked in and wore shirts with my name on that made me look formal, and I tried to love a world where my voice was barely heard, and those echoes throughout the stadiums now became a whisper. But then something shifted. I got a glimpse of you, and remembered I was gifted. Speaking of memories, I miss those late nights and early mornings just talking. Do you remember when we got a deal and found out we'd be touring? Sorry, excuse me. I'm talking like I'm someone important. Like you ain't got a bunch of other guys telling you this. Sometimes I get lost in my own thoughts when I sit and reminisce because we were killing it. But something had to give. I had a family, bills and mortgages, and reluctantly, you were it. But now I'm back. Not as the fool who chased fame and wanted to go viral, but as the soul who found freedom and chose to be vital. Guess who found their way back on stage? No nerves, I ain't afraid, I'm calm. Because you taught me what to do. I look out in the crowd and all I see is you, and you. You taught me to feel before I speak, so when I speak, people feel. My everyday speech is like I'm articulating a book. I know the game now. I know when to speak and when to let the silence be louder than the hook. I didn't leave. I just leveled up. So if you got time, let's make time and go through all of the above. Let's get back to what we had. No labels, no lies, just love. Thank you. So Instagram, Leon Speaks. YouTube, Leon Speaks. TikTok, Leon Speaks. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
He spoke, chats. Can we get some UK flags in the chat right now, please and thank you? All right, shout out to everyone on YouTube that just watched Leon speak his truth. That was fucking fire, dude. Hope you got the content. You're gonna get some more. All right, again, every performer here gets a copy of their performance. You can take it from the live stream once it's archived, once we're out of here. But thank you again, Leon Speaks. That was fucking awesome. All right, on deck. We have Melodic. Melodic, where are you? Raise of hand, Melodic. Thanks so much for sticking around for your turn, but coming to the stage. Keep that energy up for Sonderbat, y'all. Energy, 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 energy. Yeah.
All right. So this first poem, I'm just gonna read it from my phone. All right. It's called Couple of Minutes. All right. What are you smoking? You say give you a minute, but this apprehension feels like forever. You had me back on your sofa. You thought you were really clever. Not only did I give into you, I gave into your empty letter. You said you wanted no response. I guess this love wasn't for you to treasure. I'm being real with you. We can talk about the times we had, like Bryant Park, like last week or 2 weeks, and then your kiss was the only thing that mattered. It mends. You heal me. I'm not fine with this silence. We can talk if you really want it now, to express how I feel this love, or how in your time frame with you was a blessing. Now only part of me and a part of you, I'm just a part of your checklist. And I just missed you too well, and I'm being real with you. I'm going to just run this back because I'm not feeling that, okay? All right, I'm sorry. All right. I'm just a little bit nervous, all right? Okay. All right, here I go. All right. What are you smoking? You say give you a minute, but this apprehension feels like forever. You had me back on your sofa. You thought you were really clever. Not only did I give into you, I gave into your empty letter. You said you wanted no response. I guess this love wasn't for you to treasure. I'm being real with you. We can talk about the times we had, like Bryant Park, like last week and 2 weeks, and then your kiss was the only thing that mattered. It mends. You heal me. We can talk if you really want it now. I'm not fine with this silence. I need your love, and I just don't know how to express it in your time frame. When you left, I haven't been the same since. With you was a blessing, and now I'm only part of your checklist. And I just missed you too well. I'm being real with you. It ain't the same, sis. And who is it to blame, miss? I'm the only one left with this silence. Not even a couple of minutes. Your touch is just, I can't resist. I still care. You're the only one that does that thing. Am I the only one still to blame? Why am I the only one who feels ashamed? You don't even sound the same. Let me know what you smoking. All right. This is like my first time. I'm a little nervous, so I'm like trying to fill this out. So, all right. So I'm gonna put this down because I feel like I'm getting like a Roblox. Okay. All right. All right. I'm just a math teacher. Okay. Like infinity, not infinite, just infinitesimally, most definitely. I fathom a life without a limit. My life tried more countless times that I could handle, but my math was unforgiving. Blowing lines from different angles, and parts of cardinalities. A universe that kept terminating into no recursions. Like a moth to a flame, I pay homage to Leibniz and Newton, to infinity and beyond. Never seemed easy. So, I checked this back-flipping math pages with hieroglyphs, using Expo Ink to my advantage. Volumes tossed up like a dime, like a penny. Spiraling round z-axis and sliding down asymptotes. Graffiti with the math. No words, just numbers. Thankful, because my soul is bred while my mind is fed. To the E, to the X. Yes, I am ready. I am ready for my limit. My limit without bound. My limit goes on forever. My life, my meaning, like infinity. Thank you.
Where can we find you? Can we find you somewhere on the internet?
I'm sorry.
Come up here, bud.
Sorry. You can find me at _Sunderbat_ at all like social platforms. Okay, thank you.
Wow, thank you so much for sharing that to infinity and beyond, indeed. Okay, we encourage you to plug yourself because you have time after your piece and it doesn't go towards your time limit, of course. But if you don't want to, that's fine too. All right, if you got a platform or any event that you want to pitch, not to just to us, but of course to the people back home and archived forever, go ahead and do that. All right, on deck we got IJ the Jumpman. You jumping? Yes, excellent. All right, to the stage. Give it up for Melodic, y'all. Yes. Energy. Where are you? There you are. Hello, friend.
I was just gonna ask, is it really necessary that we use a mic?
No, of course not.
Yeah, because I don't use it.
Okay, so you can. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes.
Yeah.
For the live stream, yes. I apologize.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Is it cool if we make it lower though? Yeah, because I got butterfingers. I don't want to mess it up.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, my brother.
I think it's in a good space.
Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you. So choosing the right side is essential for the entree we desire. Many, many things go well with fish, chicken, or beef we fire. On the stovetop where everybody gets their fingers burnt in different degrees as pyre. Fired up for the walking corpses we admire. But nowadays I choose neither. I'd rather not be a coward looking to begin war against another, as all I ponder is the loneliness I'm smothered by. Whether democratic, conservative, independent, it's all the same as each side is dependent on what we allow and provide. The menus may appear to look different, but they all choose the same course for dinner by the end of the night. I don't know about you, but never do I look forward to voting for a demon in a suit in the same traffic jam as others who thrive by the glitz and glam, blinding an entire population from truth. Can you hear it? No, really. Can you hear it? Screeching cries from kids hoping they were saved by the bell before being snatched by the bayside without any chance of being helped. Or was the volume too high while sitting calmly in front of TVs with enough eye candy to keep you shelled? Wait, my bad. It's hard to hear as they go missing with no one to tell. At the top of Capitol Hill while we're at the bottom without enough vision to see what's going on with so many eyes glued to a cell. Go ahead and monstrify me for not voting. I can care less. Until the nightmare's addressed, I'll be on an avenue where division does not exist in spite of what's going on. Doing what's quotidian to those who sing a different song. Waking who I can from a slumber as deep denial everyone's been wronged by. And I know what you're thinking. But I'm nothing like who the world claims to be oppressors. How can I be? With a worn out wallet on a dresser full of empty sleeves, while I pant over lacking what I need to afford a lesser way of living, if it makes any sense to the zombies eating flesh for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Sorry, not sorry for not being part of a picture drawn for me to pencil in a circle I would never fit inside of. Besides, I've always been a square ever since I woke up from my slumber to tell a visionary tale. Most will suffer in silence. Skull and bones in mason jars headed towards soldiers in a war against the fallen. Molotovs thrown at whomever speaks secrets, exposing love triangles every leader is involved in. Elite sleeping with an eye open, watching over stars bright enough to blind an audience. Locked in on a cell behind bars they raise when charged up by the Faustian. Bargain we make without ever taking notice, a shame. How politicians pay the same price for fame as the novelty of screen time fades from their inactivity around what truly matters as we pave their way into the Orwellian darkness, defining our current fate as shame. How most are conquered by their own disbelief, even if it's all in front of our face. How each side of the coin is laid into the same foundation of lies, costing our lives until we're buried in the grave. But go ahead and cruise along, with eyes wide shut as they all have a lavish ball, getting paid to divide us with false-hearted chatter while sporting our fall to what's artificial as we miss the call from millions going missing, sheeted by a loss of benevolence and love in a world where intelligence is gone. Thank you. My pieces are like really long and shit, so I'm just go to my phone for a small piece that I wrote for my mentor. He died of cancer like a few years ago, and he actually introduced me to the Nuyorican Poets Cafe. And this piece is pretty much dedicated to him. It's like the smallest piece I can think of. But brittle bones, several pounds shaven from an unforeseen battle no one could have predicted. Blank stares while waving a white flag is all he could have done. No, it's what he chosen to do for reasons unknown till this day. But who am I to be angry at a decision my love nor anyone else's could have affected? I am a nobody his heart refused to fight for, left to reminisce the kind of laughter between us I can't seem to stumble upon nowadays. Just why? Why couldn't? Or should I say, why didn't he fight whatever cancer he had rather than laying down? Defeated on a crummy hospital bed, I can't imagine anyone would willingly spend their last days on. Nonetheless, forever gone he is, as each particle of ash is carried away by the winds of bitterness and regret. So, I understand the climate nowadays, like, I don't really have anything to promote and things of that nature, but one thing I do have to say is, regardless of what your like political stance is, just remember, like, the biggest problem in the world is a lack of love. You know what I'm saying? So always remember to tell the person next to you that you love them, because you never know when they're gone. When he died, I had no idea. You know what I'm saying? I kind of just woke up and a friend of mine called me saying that he died, and I didn't even know that he had cancer. I didn't know he was dealing with that battle. And the last conversation we had wasn't the best conversation, because we were at odds over a stupid topic over charter schools. And I kind of wish I had the opportunity to tell him that I loved him. And I never did. I have to live with that. So don't let that happen to you. We all die someday, and just love each other, you know what I'm saying? So thank you.
Give it up for Melodic, y'all, yes! Big round of applause for that. Very brave of you to come up here and share that story. Thank you so much. Listen, folks, all right, there's a lot of poetry here tonight. Thank you for the poets in the building. And so things might get a little deep, a little uncomfortable, but again, no ego, right? So we're just going to accept whatever comes up here. And the wonderful thing, some people may say, trauma dumping. There's a whole bunch of trauma dumping in that room. No, absolutely not. There's no such thing as trauma dumping, actually. Okay? Because shared sorrow, half a sorrow. Shared joy, double joy. Okay? Remember that. Quote me on it. All right? So if you split up that sorrow, brother, as much as you can, all right, to get the process and get through this thing, the better off you will become. Okay? Thank you so much for sharing that. Give it up again for Melodic, y'all. And anyone else up here that utilizes this space as a safe space, please do. All right, that's what this space is here for. On deck, we got Court. Court, where are ya? There you are. Okay. But coming to the stage. Energy, energy, energy. IJ the Jumpman. He's jumping. He's jumping. He's coming here. There he is. All the way up there. Excelente. Let me just fucking go to Home Depot, get a little ladder. No, IJ, you've been here before. And you got the merch.
I got the merch. Got the merch.
This is a little too tall. You good with this?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
Woo! Yes!
How you doing tonight? New shit? I call this one the B team. B is the second letter in the English lexicon. Second to A as 2 is to 1. As such, we associate A with being the best. A1, grade A, acing the test. It's usually the first letter we learn. Everybody knows A. But B feels like it's, as a kid now, say, mid. I grew up in a family where if I come home with a B, I should expect to hear someone say, should have been an A. Well, folks, here's the lesson of the day. Anything less than A is not okay. Is this the way it should look to me? That I can't be the best if I got a B? Look at how high they set the bar. I can't land on the moon because it's not a star. I know what the hierarchy is standing for. A is first, so it comes before any other letter, like leader or something like that. A is for at, where it stands alone in its own bubble in the middle of an email address, nice and comfortable. A is for apple, which is in the cliche you put on your teacher's desk to hopefully make yourself the favorite and sweeten your slate. But what about the saying that people say, an apple a day keeps the doctor away? Has anyone ever tested that, by the way? Anyway, A can also be for ace. Ace pitcher, ace hardware, you name it. Always on the brain, that's how we claim it. Most people I know have a winning mentality. They want to be first because if you aren't in first, you're in last. They want plan A to succeed because nobody wants to rely on plan B. B is for backup. That means their plan A got backed up. Using plan B's, I mean that plan A failed. B is for getting bailed out of an otherwise bad break. B is for badgering. There's something at stake. B is for berating. You've made a mistake. B is a reminder that you missed out on being A, the best, number one. When it's all said and done, what does B mean to me? B is the second letter of my name. B is for the Bronx, born and raised. If A stands alone, B was the last one to fall. How much value does A have without B? You can't be the best if there's no one to compete with. Without a second, there's no first. And there's no second without a first. So what's really the issue with second place? Some might call it the first loser in the race, but it shows who the best competitor laced up was. B is for buzz. Second can be first one day. It's not about what it was today. If A uses number one as its title, then B must be for best rival. B is also for, by the way, as much of a mess this sounded like, this so-called best A hasn't met the letter S. Stay jumping.
Oh. Stay
jumping! You can find me on Instagram at ij.jumpman.
Stay jumping. Stay jumping. I love it. Did you just create like a quote for yourself, IJ the Jumpman? Merch. Hashtag stay jumping. Think about it. All right. Next time this time next year, please have some hats. Stay jumping. Jumpman merch. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. That was sick. My name's Brian, and that starts with a B. And that's the coolest name ever. Okay. On deck, we got Alan. Gary. Alan, that's you? All right. But coming up to the stage. Alan's here. That's awesome. Coming on stage, a really good poet. Give it up for Court. Yo, yes! Really good. She's great.
Ooh. I'm nervous. How we feeling? We here? We good? We are outside. I'm Court. I'm going to start off reading a little something that I wrote earlier. I haven't written anything new in a minute, but I wrote a little something not too long ago, so I'm going to read it. It's short. It's really short, but then I'm going to get into the actual piece I wanted to do. I forgot how to cry. I mean, my bills were the tissues used to wipe every tear. And the bills came so often that one day I blinked and the tears never came back, called it a scare tactic. Bills were inevitable and tears were self-inflicted. I didn't have room for both. And when the bills became soaked, the tears would tear the paper in half. Now I got another bill. So instead of the bills building up, I balled up my tears and now I can't find them. I forgot how to feel. Because feelings and responsibilities can't coexist. Feelings be for infants, responsibility be for adults. They say enjoy being a kid while it lasts. And I didn't know that year would be my last day to feel adulting ain't for the weak. You gotta be strong, they say. And I didn't know before today that strong is spelled N-U-M-B. That's all I got. Thank y'all. I have another piece. I've been avoiding doing this piece. I wrote it not too long ago, but I just memorized it, and I've been avoiding performing it. But we're going to do it tonight, because why not? Even Judas sat at the table with Jesus. And for those of y'all that don't know the story, Judas sat at Jesus' table, ate his food, consumed all he had to offer, and turned on him, killed him with a kiss. I stopped hosting dinner parties. The first one I hosted ended somewhere between my best friend sleeping with a guy that I loved and my friend stealing money from me from right under my nose. I know, I should have been more aware. But you see, the thing about sitting at the table with people is you can only see their hands sometimes, feet never, so you never know who's attempting to step on your toes. You just have to trust them. And you have to do it with your eyes closed. If I tried to throw the same supper with the same people, they'd end up sitting at the table with my ghost. That's all that's left of me. My soul has watched old friends break off the hand that I lent them and eat it right off the bone. The shoulder I gave them to cry on disintegrated by their tears of acid as if it was an attempt to rob everyone else of that same shoulder, including myself. They worshipped my wisdom, so they offered me a sanctuary. Just so I could pour myself onto their tongues, I'd host these dinner parties as an attempt to bring all my friends together, however, didn't know that the feast would feature fragments of my soul, my golden heart, the main dish. I'd dish out advice, not knowing that it was just the appetizer before my life was to be devoured. They consumed every version of me. Like bottomless steak at Ruth Chris, I started hosting dinner parties again. Because something they could never fully digest was my soul, so I just dressed her in thicker clothes. I made sure the table was clear, just so I could see who attempts to step on my toes. I was more aware this time. Invited new people to this dinner party. We broke bread over our shared love for dining and partying. We partied potluck style. Scattered our life stories across the glass table. Consumed food like we had never eaten before. We were starved of community, companionship, communion. We devoured dreams, poured ourselves into wine glasses and toasted to tasteful tandem, and I could see everyone's hands, everyone's feet. No one attempted to step on my toes, and when it was time to go, we embraced each other so tight, basking in the fact that we just fed our souls. My best friend came over, wrapped me in her goodbye. She sealed it with a kiss, and I instantly remembered Judas, how he sat at Jesus' table, consumed all he had to offer, and turned on him, killed him with a kiss. And at that moment, I knew that this was my last supper. Thank y'all. Stop it. Thank y'all. Like I said, my name's Court. Y'all can find me on Instagram at through.sees.lens. That's a letter C. Once again, that is through.sees.lens. Thank y'all. Where am I going to be at? This Friday, I'm going to be featured at the Rose Garden events. They're having an open mic, so I'm featured there. I'll be doing my little set there. That is on Friday. And then I will also be in the Nuyorican's Grand Slam at the end of the year. Yeah, like, it's at the Apollo, which I'm mad excited for. But I be slamming and shit, so, like, come see me there, for real. Thank y'all, though. I appreciate it.
Give it up for Court, y'all. Yes. Yes. Oh man, that was God damn it. That was really good chat. Can we get a gavel? Is there a gavel emoji? Can we hit a gavel emoji in the comment section of the chat? I was looking at the live stream back there. Y'all look beautiful up here, man. So thank you for putting on a show. Stick around, y'all. All right. We might have time for a second round. So if you feel a little iffy about your first performance and/or you want to try something new, of course, you can get another chance. All right, let's get through this list first. There's still opportunities to sign up though for the first go around. Okay, after Alan, we're gonna do a little halftime show, right, team? Team, after is the halftime show coming up? Okay, fantastic. All right, so on deck we got Alicia. Alicia, where are you? It's Alicia. All right, for coming to the stage. Give it up for Alan, y'all. Yes. Yeah, thanks for coming, pal. Look at that hat. That's a good hat he's got on, huh? Think about it.
Thank you. New shit at the Loisaida Center. I am Alan Gary, and this is called Pray. Don't Charlie Kirk me, preaching your dogma, stretching your truth to sound agreeably like Christianity. I am not afraid. Cowards get buried among their verbal rubble. Ain't nothing spectacular about your contaminated vernacular. Bullies are cowards who sleep with their lies, empowered by dreams of the uncivilized. Stench of what was once improbable, prejudice and ignorance. You are responsible, golden goose stepping toward your Icarus. When reaching your sun, your book will have burned. It's happened before. It will surely be earned. In days of yore, the present too, future repeats for self-righteous ruling political whores, selling your souls for shekels of silver, Bitcoin or cash. The fuck does it matter? Take it to your heaven, Epstein's Island, and play, indulging in hypocrisy while you get down and pray. Thank you. One more. This is Fools. Pearls before swine, don't waste my time. You don't listen, you turn your page in disgrace. I write my next chapter in unassailable headspace. Your misplaced anger boomerangs and gets filled like bloat in your fake-ass manger. Redding sang, try a little tenderness, but not you. With your hate, though, you are quite generous. Handwriting's been on the wall. If I look like you and feel like you and think like you come Christmas time, then it's good tidings. Otherwise, it's fuck you, buckaroo. You see from your cult with abscessed eyes, your hearts are like stone, heavy with lies. Your souls are dead, even though you are alive. You come from generations who have not learned that bigotry is human stagnation. How can one then argue with such close-minded fools? Thank you. You can follow me on Facebook, the Alan Gary page. Thanks.
Give it up for Alan, y'all. Yes. That was fire, dude. Thank you so much for that. Now after Alicia, poetry. You're doing some poetry, Alicia? Yeah? Yeah? You're doing some poetry with us? Okay, so after Alicia, we will do a little halftime show, a little halftime script, and a breather for everyone in the audience. But before that, please give it up for our friend Alicia, y'all. Yes! Team member alert! Look at that merch. She got it on too.
Woo.
Nervous?
I'm popping my cherry today.
Huh? What?
Thank you. All right. Disillusioned, having lost faith or trust in something formerly regarded as good or valuable. And yet, that still feels too simplistic. not entirely capturing what it means to be disillusioned by you, what you represent, what I envisioned, what I attached to you, what you leached onto me, mutation by an unwavering desire, cloaked behind rose-colored lenses, shifting my line of sight naturally in any direction that reminds me of you, skewing what I envisioned before me, because you see, this desire embedded itself within my being, intertwined with what at some point felt like my DNA, in turn warping experiences into halves, half-truths, half-joys, half-ass excuses with a side of you, and merely a quarter of me. The other parts of me now inflated by sweet nothings for the days when life without you felt cold, distance, with this gaping hole begging to be filled, embraced, and drowned out with your essence. An essence so smooth it caresses every wound left festering by those before you. What I hadn't realized is the essence of the flame can intensify both things, the intimacy of what might be and the loneliness tearing me apart at the seams, inclusive, holding on to the tiny bits and pieces of the life your words painted for me, vivid in nature, hues of orange, yellow, and red, timeless with a love that transcends, an aura that screams we're destined. Still I rode those fields of energy like waves surfacing with gulls of water draped in indigo, majestic and unpredictable, carrying me to the inevitable brink. It was only then when I finally found you, saw you, waiting with your back towards me, one foot in the sand, the other preparing to take off. I called out your name, I reached for your hand, but my feet stayed planted, holding me in place, holding me back from me. It's only when I fell silent you turned back. Your eyes appeared, gracing over me, a person whose only desire has been to love you into existence, to validate every inch of your skin until you recognize the celestial human looking back in the mirror, or rather the one who stands before you. In building you up, I created the sun. While loving you down, the moon and the stars were born, manifesting the two poles at the opposite ends of the earth, revolving around you, leaving me spread amongst the specks of sand sunk between your toes, keeping you balanced, simultaneously forgetting I am the force, I am the horizon, I am of a universe far beyond this cataclysmic earth, beyond you, even if you can't see me, but I see you now. Thank you, guys. I guess you can find me at Elise Jareen, Yareen, on Instagram. Or you can find me here because I be here volunteering and I love it. So.
Give it up for Alicia, y'all! Yes! Our volunteers! All right, this is an educational experience over here at the Nuyorican Poets Cafe. It truly is. All right, we take volunteers. We take people that want to get some credits for school and things of that nature. So consider spreading that news. Speaking of news, plenty of news for you. All right, with this little halftime show, I got scripted up. So if you would please give me some time to tell you about all the other events we have with the Nuyorican Poets Cafe. Take this time, of course, to spread that YouTube link and things of that nature if you want to, and take pictures of the cute Asian guy in front of you. You can do that the whole time through while I be talking. All right. Where's the halftime? There it is. I found it. Sorry, forgive me, chat. I don't have this memorized yet because it keeps changing and stuff like that. But that's okay. Okay. All right. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, my God. I just had it. There it is. Google Doc open for me. Okay, so the Nuyorican Poets Cafe has been around for years, 4 decades. Obviously, this is not the space, but shout out to the Loisaida Center for housing us for these open mic events. The Nuyorican Poets Cafe, its physical location, brick and mortar location, is under reconstruction. New York reconstruction, that's what they call it. Renovations. Okay, that's a good name, right? And it will be open around this time next year, so look out for news about that. But we do events all over the city carrying on the tradition of spreading poetry throughout all the boroughs and, of course, around the world. Starting at the beginning of the week, Mondays is a poetry slam. Paulie's here. Thank you, Paulie, for pulling up. Paulie knows about the poetry slam. Court knows about the poetry slam. Is Michelle here? Poetry slam? Yes? Okay. The Nuyorican Poetry Slam is the place to be every Monday at the Bowery Poetry Club. How many people have been to a poetry slam? Raise your hands, please. How many people have been to the Nuyorican Poetry Slam? Raise your hands, please. Okay. You know, it's a fucking awesome competition. All right, it's a little different from just an open mic, a lot different. We have 15 poets that come in, sign up, and one poet leaves the victor. All right, there's judges, there's scoring, and there's a prize of $20 if you score the highest at the end of the night. Court's won, I've won. It's fucking fantastic, okay? We just had a great Monday night this last Monday. It is every Monday. Pull up to the Bowery Poetry Club, all right? Doors open at 6:30. Technically, those in the know that you should pull up way earlier, probably around like 5 o'clock, if you want to get a decent place in line, because it is lineup to sign up. Host asks for a flyer switch. Of course, the winners of these Monday nights, you qualify for something called the Final Friday Slam. The last Friday of every single month, we do a big slam of all the Monday winners, all right, if they can make it. And that prize is $100 at the Final Friday. We are at the end of the year now, so we got pretty much all our Final Friday winners from January to November. So now we're gearing up for what Court mentioned earlier, that she's going to be a part of something called the Grand Slam, okay? That's what I'm pointing at right now. So the Grand Slam is the day after Christmas. We invite all of the winners from the Final Fridays of every month of the year 2025. We got the top 8 this year, okay? And the winner gets $1,000. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's like half your rent, or maybe not even quarter of your rent. But fuck the money, right? Fuck the money. It's a thing that we've been doing for a very long time with the Nuyorican Poets Cafe. Back to the 80s, all right? Some of the greatest spoken word artists that ever graced the spoken word stage have won this Grand Slam, okay? And also qualified to be part of our slam team that tours and competes all over the United States and things of that nature. That's no different this year, all right? It's taking place at the Apollo Stages at the Victoria Theater up in Harlem, all right? And this is the best part. Paulie, check this out. It's my birthday. It's on my birthday. It's on my birthday. It's on my birthday. So y'all gonna come, right? Y'all gonna come? You have to now, because I said it was my birthday, so you should come. That's my gift, or your gift to me, okay? Consider. I know it's the holidays, but it's a great place to be, all right? Onward, flyer switch, thank you. All right, so Wednesdays, we're going down the week here, all right? Wednesdays, there's still some more poetry over here at the Loisaida Center over here in the East Village, okay? Is this the East Village, technically? Okay, just have to throw that out there. East Village, this is a spot to be every Wednesday, all right? The first Wednesday of the month, special mic that we do here called Wow. Can everyone say wow? Wow. 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 Okay, that's Women Orator Wednesday. It stands for something. All right. It's an all-act open mic just like this one, but specifically for all women and women representing people. Okay? If you want to pull up here and represent and also be an ally as well, pull up. We had a lovely one last Wednesday. It's hosted by slam competitor and fierce poet, Somebody's Mama, and it is such an awesome show. Okay, Somebody's Mama actually won last year's Grand Slam, and now she'd be hosting that. Wow. So pull up on us the first Wednesday of every month. Okay, onward to my mic. Flyer switch. Look at that guy. He's so cute, round face, safe. Okay, so every other Wednesday, come to my mic, the one that you're sitting at right now, the Nuyorican Poets Cafe Wednesday night open mic, hosted by yours truly, Brian the Motel Guy. It's an all-act open mic, as I said before. Poetry, comedy. You can pull up with some magic if you do magic tricks, card tricks, whatever the fuck. Pull up here, free speech, man. All right? Spaces like this, very little, unless we create our own, of course. Okay? Or we go to places that have been doing things like this for decades. And the Nuyorican Poets Cafe, yeah, we've been doing this mic for a very long time. Musical acts such as Erykah Badu, MF Doom, Mos Def, Eminem, a plethora of artists that have launched from here have graced this stage. So again, you are carrying on tradition, folks. It's a beautiful thing. So thank you so much for coming. You get a high quality audio and video capture of all your performances. All right, and doors open at 6 o'clock, as you know. All right, many other events. Flyer Switch, online open mic. Anyone ever been to our online open mic? All right, tapped into the Zoom. Thank you so much, Alan. We did this all through COVID. It helped build a community, and it's still going on. Shout out to our my buddy Elemental, who hosts it every Thursday. How much is it, Alan? Free. It's fucking free. All right. So if you gotta go back to the UK or Belleville, New Jersey, please still tap in to the Zoom. Okay, please and thank you. Elemental will be so happy to see you in the little screen perform your heart out, just like you do here, but virtually. All right, so consider that chat. All right, onward to a slam workshop. Ooh, that's online, second Tuesday of the month. Sharpen your slam skills so you can come on a Wednesday, or I'm sorry, on a Monday and win that $20. There's also something called an 1,000 Words open mic. It's at the International Center for Photography, and it's hosted by this guy with the thumbs. It's hosted by me. I don't know when the next one is, Ron. Who knows? I don't know when it is, but please stay tuned. Stay tuned. All right, go scan that QR code. There's plenty of indoor, outdoor events, mainly indoor now that it's winter, that the Nuyorican Poets Cafe puts on. All right, all throughout New York and sometimes in New Jersey as well. All right, all our tickets and info, go to nuyorican.org/calendar, please and thank you. All right, it's the season of giving. It technically started the fucking after Thanksgiving, right? So if you are in the mood to give, and if you can do that, right? Not everyone can, but if you have a little scratch, a little bit of change, consider donating to something like a nonprofit. The Nuyorican Poets Cafe is a nonprofit, 501c3 organization. All right, so this is definitely a place that you can donate to, and it will go towards our resources because ticket sales and grants don't cover all of our programs. All right, so no matter how big or small, your donations are welcome. $20, $20,000, Paulie. I know you're good for it. All right, consider it's all tax deductible, chats. All right, you can also please subscribe to our Patreon for a low price of $10. Get like all our archive footage and stuff. It's fantastic. I'm part of that at Patreon as well. End of halftime promo script. Did I do good, chat? Did I do okay? Maybe? Thanks, everyone. Okay, I'm getting better at this. I think this is like my 8th time hosting this ever. So thanks for sticking around. Okay, onward with the show, but not without a collective deep breath, because there's a lot of show left. No. At the count of 3. Hold on. That's fucking... Let me lead. Let me be the yoga guy. All right. Brian the yoga guy. Okay? All right. Count of 3. Deep breath in. 1, 2, 3. And out. Thank you for breathing with me. Thank you for continuing to open this beautiful space that we have going on here tonight. On deck, we got Revolutionary Reyes. Where you at? Ready to start a revolution, my friend. Excellent. But coming to the stage, Son of David, are you here? Heck yeah, Son of David. Get on over here. Give it up for Son of David. He came back to me. I remember Son of David. Oh, and he got the fly fit on too. Wu-Tang.
I've went ahead and overstepped holy boundaries and found out that over here the grass isn't as green. This is where the lost sheep graze on the misery they've sold amidst wolves that bayed on on-demand souls. You see, sheep with no shepherd, evil spirits fair weather, whether the sheep know the truth or not. But I knew the truth. But I had been looking to be accepted and was exposed butt naked by the murdering of the infatuation, what was given to me. See, she was the snatching of my fig leaf that birthed man's grief, and from us thus sin was born, formed from a whisper. That's why my sisters birthed pain. From out of our garden of faith, we tied off of greed and was left with just a mustard seed sized faith. but still somehow birthed the descendants, for we are the ancestors of mercy and grace, but may just have still birthed our place in heaven. See, what I'm saying is if I burn, you don't have to burn. See, because I had my chance in the garden, now it's man's turn to tell his Eve not to listen to the evil that will whisper his demise. And if you put your ear to the ground and listen carefully, you hear that? That's the souls of those that have been damned cry. See, while my tears, they flood the moat that's outside of heaven's gate that I've laid from pacing back and forth, looking outside in, waiting on the sin and men to run its course. But of course, when I asked you, Father God, for another chance, you multiplied with mercy and tallied my one more chance as if it was my first. See, is why I cursed the day I sinned against you, although it is the day that you have made. See, I had become a slave to my flesh way before Hebrews ever heard of Ramesses, way before slave ships even convoyed the seas, and like the numbers of grains of sands on the beach have been my just one more chance, Father God, please, without a pause you've given me. So what is my worth? This flesh, these bones that entomb this soul that you adore, pouring faith, but all your word says is I need is this mustard seed size allegiance in you for you to show up and out in holy excellence, overlooking my sins, my ignorance and arrogance is why I despise this flesh that adores sin, that stops me and every other man from giving you 100% holy reverence. But see, now that I become sinfully negligent and spiritually codependent on your mercy and grace, I must say, I declare I've never seen any of this pain and suffering coming until the day I stopped seeking your face. Is the reason why you had to ask me, where was I? But as if you didn't know, behold, I've been over here labeled as sheep amidst the wolves. I'm going to do this poem. I said I was going to do this for my brother Tim. So, Tim, if you're watching, this is for you, bro. A gentle breeze will make it seem as if empty bags of dope dance when the winds blow. And they have turned many daddy's little girls into hoes for a pimp named Dope. And my homies, they bang undercover because that bag of boys become their secret lover. While others smoke woos, the monkey, she plays them like a flute. The block, she comforts them in her bosom. Day after day, as they stand in the same spot, they grow roots that secrete the concrete like some kind of ghetto weed that needs to be pulled mentally and physically, crying out to help for their higher deity. God on one hand, a bag of dope in the other. Visions a happier time with family and others. The dawn is on its way, but so is a fresh stash, nodding out before the sunrise and coming to before it sets. Regrets of the next fix, crying at the sight of the tracks. 98 degrees, rocking shirts with long sleeves. Living by the hustler's creed. Stealing for the need to stay grooved out. You see, dope fiends, we don't die, we just get real high and nod the hell out forever. Laying tracks like Amtrak on arms with skin that's tougher than leather. Swords that get infected along these tracks like train stations as we're face to face with death. Freebasing, trick chasing, blunt lacing, heartache-ing, self-forsaking, brain baking, time wasting. One day at a time, life passing us by. 24 hours, miles per hour. That's a dope fiend like me defined. Thank you.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking. That's beautiful. Thank you so much, Son of David, for pulling up on us. Appreciate it. Okay. On deck, we got Spoken P. Where you at, Spoken P? Spoken P is here. I know. I see you in my peripheral. Okay. But coming to the stage, give it up for Revolutionary Reyes, y'all. Yes! Energy, 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 energy. Wish this was a Congo. It is not. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Thanks for coming, man. Thank you.
Lights is bright. Good evening, everyone. My name is Jason Reyes. I go by Revolutionary Reyes. You can follow me on Instagram. Any educators in the house? Yeah. Okay. New York City Public Schools principal, middle school. So this is a poem for my students, but it's also to my 12-year-old self. It's called Checkmate. Boldly born, a powerless pawn, and solemnly sworn to weather the storm. It's the norm and form on the building blocks where pain is worn, where dreams get shattered and hopes are torn and schemes get chatted in notes of scorn. Every step seems like a sacrifice, but that's the price on this chessboard of life. There's no rolling the dice, just the possibility of taking a L by the haunting of nights where darkness dwells and silence yells, and you can't tell whether you've been jumped in this fight. With the grace of my queen, I move clean, aligned with the rhythm of ancestral dreams. She builds esteem, blocks schemes, and holds down regimes. And what that means is that her role is supreme. So with the path set, I must avoid the dragnet, move with intent, and master the law of attraction like a magnet, manifesting moments through motion and never stagnant. But then there's the vicious looks of rooks, timeless towers of power built by limitless crooks who try to ensnare me with institutional hooks where paths are set straight to getting me centrally booked. Suspicious bishops who move sideways in a system of glitches, rooted in religious riches, robed and masked in malevolent mischief with sanctimonious sermons and perversion of scriptures. All of these just lying in wait, daring me to be great, setting a bait with their goal of stealing my fate. But they're nothing but squares I navigate, straight-laced with predictable traits. So they bargain to pick me up and place me in the margin, boxed in by bias and generous with jaded jargon. But they have no idea what they're starting, because I sprouted from the bottom, and now I'm at stardom. And they're all looking around like, boys, we have a problem. They have agonizingly awoken my greatness. Now I'm like Neo in the Matrix. Dodging bullets was merely the basics. I slow stepping through chaos and still sharp in the cadence. Let's face it, I was adjacent to the basement, but now I give faces to the faceless. Histories of catching cases, I erased it. I went from defendant to plaintiff. Set in tempo, no longer reactive. Sacrifices I've turned tactical, not passive. I flipped the opening narrative to an endgame classic. Thought of as deserted, pain converted, and now I claim the advantage. And through all the commotion, the last motion was promotion. I stirred up emotion as I broke the false notion. It's now checkmate in the ring. They told me I was a pawn. But the truth is, I was always a king. Thank you. Follow me, Revolutionary Reyes, and thank you guys. Appreciate it.
You ain't hear him. Oh, man. I was bugging out back there. Thank you so much for that. We love a good poem with some fucking lyricism. Wasn't that good? That was fucking layered. Beautiful. Thank you for that, Revolutionary Reyes. Okay. On deck, we got Shade Be Crazy. Where you at? Crazy, as usual. Okay, coming to the mic. Keep that energy up. We got a whole bunch of lists coming up, and I think we have time for a second round, y'all. Okay, give it up for my good friend, Spoken P, y'all. Yes! I like it. I like the shirt.
I told you I was going to come through.
Thank you so much, dude. Oh, my gosh.
Come on, B.
Excellent.
What's going on?
Fucking do it, dude. Yes.
I might actually be there Monday because I'm done with classes for this semester. So, what's up, everybody? Happy holidays. I'm gonna just go into it. Trigger warning on all types of ways, because it's me. This is called a man. How am I a man? I mean, I was born with a stick, but seemingly that stick wasn't always magic, and it got me into one too many sticky situations. I mean, due to that, out the womb, it labeled me a male, but a man, I'm not so sure. Is it my confusion due to not having a real man raise me? Though I grew up being raised on my religion, that my higher was my spiritual father, but it just seemed he was just as worse as my biological father. Never there. Because if he was my protector, then why did it seem that on my talk to him, my words seemed to always be a deflector? Because ain't none of them ever heard me, but I'm being told to listen. Sit, go, stop, move. I got ADD and ADHD, but how am I supposed to be still? And still, I'm only left to listen, but I got deaf ears. I mean, man, this is a fucked position. So how does it make any sense? That boy had to turn into a man. I guess due to being motherless at 10, along with being an only child. See, the man, I mean, boy, just wants to be a boy, but now just feels alone due to having no parents. So guidance became the streets of other older boys acting as men. And yet, the reality of living is becoming harder to be a parent when the man, I mean, boy, just wants to be nurtured by parents. So the late nights that shouldn't be for a boy, but remember he's a man, seems to be justified. So the boy, who's a man, begins the destruction of self and body. Cigarettes start at age 11, along with the beers and spirits, because he's a man, and if only someone told him that probably his temple, meaning his body, is being polluted. But he's not seeing the signs, because even with face gestures or hand signs, it's gone past his mind. I mean, this man who was a boy, he redefined his mind with books, reading and reading, getting knowledge that his library card reflects a scholar. But yet his mind was lost because the boy could not be heard. Wasn't to be seen, could not grow, unable to sprout or come out. The seed seemed to grow in reverse. Being grown in darkness, constantly being buried, lower and lower in the dirt. Always only to hear, you need to man up and get tough. Famous words to hear when being parentless only led the boy, I mean man, to being sent to a group home. Saturated with other broken men, I mean boys, having no hope, unknowing this man, I mean boys, future was going to be used as a toy for punishment. On daily beatdowns from other men, I mean boys releasing their pain. So the tears that started, those drops formed through time, turning to icicles. Hardened through beatings, a hatred with a cold, because those daily beatings stripped and robbed his soul. Only for an innocence to be lost of a boy. I mean, man, how could he be a man when it was a man that took advantage of the boy? Wow. Molested to rape, stripped the mind quicker than a stripper to clothes. But the boy, I mean, man, is only left to self with questions. Only to get no answers. Just, it's the men, I mean, boys left to give negative suggestions. Leaving the man, I mean, boy, feeling robbed with nothing to keep, nothing to give self back. Only more and more pieces of this man, I mean, boy, being taken away. So it's to his unmarried men, I mean, boys that are in the hood for him just left to relate with. Guess that's what's really meant as Robin Hood. Is this what's manhood looks like? I mean, how tough is tough? So the man, I mean, boy, retreats to the only thing he knows, the safety of darkness and corners. Is it a wonder he just looks to give up? Right? Ain't that what boys do? Because real men, they don't give up. Real men fight to the last breath, never give in, creating that inner strength. But boys give up and give in. They quit before starting, being scared of the unknown, only to show their weakness. I don't know if I'll ever measure up to the definition of being a man. I mean, I still wish to be that boy, but the reality is I have my own girl and boy. All I could say is this boy, I mean man, just has one plan, to be what wasn't there for me, teach my seeds the right way, be the most important thing for them alive, to be that man for them, making all the tests that I have been through become my testimony, hopefully to shape him from that lost boy to now found as a man. Amen. This is to all those men and women who were stripped of a childhood. We stand together united and never give up. Spoken P. Wow. So, I am founder, curator as well of Spoken Words with a Z.NYC. You might have heard of it. We do 3 monthly shows a month with a free workshop. Spoken Words with a Z.NYC. We are doing a jacket and toy drive. Please get in touch with me. We've raised over 7 garbage bags of jackets with our last show, 3 garbage bags full of food for Thanksgiving, 2 bags of toys for Toys for Tots. Please, please, Spoken Words with a Z.NYC. You cleaning out the closet, you got toys that need to go somewhere, holla at me. Thank you so much. God bless. Happy holidays. I got inspired by all you guys.
Oh, man. Give it up for Spoken P, y'all. Man of the community. Oh, P. Remember in the line for the Nuyorican Poets Cafe open mics? We were like, man, one day.
I remember when I met you at the Knox show.
Right. The Knox, right. Right. Yo, we were like, one day we'll be here. And then I'll be like hosting it. And now look at us. Oh, look at us go. Okay. Hell yeah, dude. On deck, we got RJ. Where are you, RJ? Thank you for pulling up on us. Thanks for sticking around. Okay. But coming up to the stage, Shade Be Crazy. He's crazy.
Thanks for having me, man. Hell yeah. What's up, Nuyorican? Loisaida Center. I am a proud Nuyorican myself. I'm a proud Loisaida native myself. That means I'm from here. My mom had her C-section right there on 9th Street on the corner. I got this song that I made. Being a Nuyorican, it's one of those things where we're not raised learning Spanish. We have to kind of learn later on. I took pride in learning. I did. So I started making music in Spanish. This right here, this beautiful merch, is my song, Estoy Feliz, that I will be performing today. If you want merch, come and follow me. The hat is mine too. My brand is called Soul Gold Style. It's all about balance, it's all about unity, and it's all about positivity. We can start the song. This is a little bit of a dancey song, so I gotta keep it kind of, I'll try it. We'll see. Shout out to the chat, by the way. Que milagro que viniste. Hoy feliz no pone triste. Me entré por dentro y tú me bautiste. Con un lago de amor, estoy feliz. Cabroncito que ya te dije que estoy feliz. Estoy feliz. Estoy feliz. Ya te dije que estoy feliz. Estoy feliz. Estoy feliz. Estoy feliz. Cabroncito que ya te dije que estoy feliz. Mommy, talk to me. If you wanna have a night, come and walk with me. If you wanna have fun, then I'm offering. If you wanna put in work, then you're boss for me. Yo sé que hace calor, ella busca el amor. Yo sé que hace calor, ella busca el amor. Estoy feliz, estoy feliz. Y ya te dije que estoy feliz, estoy feliz. Estoy feliz, estoy feliz. Ya te digo, ya te dije que estoy feliz. I'm so happy I could be in a cabana with a Bianca, some rum and a few iguanas. I like a lot so I could really run the commas. I like to think I could maybe outrun my karma. Estoy volando, nunca camino, ellos hablan mal de mí, pero a mí no importa. Todo lo que dicen, eso no me apoya. Estoy feliz, pero por eso no me oigas. Por eso no me oigas. Yo no soy segundo, eso es mi punto. Ay, por eso no me oigas. Yo no soy segundo, eso es mi punto. Ay, ay, estoy feliz. Estoy feliz. Estoy feliz. Ya te dije que estoy feliz. Estoy feliz. Estoy feliz. Estoy feliz. Cabroncito que ya te dije que estoy feliz. Estoy feliz. Estoy feliz. Ya te dije que estoy feliz. Estoy feliz. Estoy feliz. Estoy feliz. Cabroncito que ya te dije que estoy feliz. Yes, sir. If y'all want to cop the merch, follow me on Instagram at the official Shade Be Crazy. That's spelled Shade B-C-R-A-Z-Y. Shout out to the Nuyorican Poets Cafe. Shout out Brian. Brian's also my middle name, so that's a dope. Love it. I love it. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you guys so much.
Yes! And Crazy's my middle name. Look at that. Excellent. Thank you so much. I'm so impressed when people can rap in different languages. I can barely rap in one. So that shit was fire, dude. Thank you so much for that. Okay. And is that streaming? Can we stream it? Okay. Go look it up. All right, Shade Be Crazy. Go tap it into your favorite music streaming service. All right. RJ, where are you? RJ's closing out the first round. We have a little bit of time left. So, chat. All right, is there anyone here that didn't sign up yet that wants to sign up? You got first dibs for the second round. Anyone here that didn't sign up yet that still wants to sign up? All right, after RJ, I will take a raise of hands. Oh, sorry. Oh, I don't know. Did she? Oh, it's not on the thing. But okay. So we have someone for the second round. I will get a raise of hands for anyone else that wants to go a second time. All right, but we still got RJ coming up. All right, give it up for RJ, y'all. Yes. What's up, man? Hell yeah.
How y'all doing? I'm RJ. I'm from Jersey.
Yes.
That's why I'm late.
Let's fucking go. All right.
All right, so the first piece is called Excuses. Quick, roll up the windows, lock the doors. Here they come again, begging me for attention. They stalk me everywhere I go. There they are also. No, not beggars on the streets, but excuses. Excuses made me. Then he walked out on me. Coming out the womb, I was too young to vote. Too foolish to have a voice. I got older and was told that I was too black to be successful. Too poor to have a butler or live in a mansion. And in school, I was too smart for my own good. Society taught me how to look at other people's lives and judge them. And if anyone asked me why, I could tell them because I'm better. You see, the color of my skin is an excuse for others to determine which race I could win. Well, then I have just one question. Who wins at being human? So stop it, please. I'm tired of excuses. I've got them greeting me at my front door. And don't get me wrong, I've got my own, so trust and believe I don't need yours. Matter of fact, I've got enough for 10 bestsellers, 9 memoirs, 8 poems, 7 haikus, 6 short stories, 5 songs, 4 prescription pads, 3 love letters, 2 anthologies, and 1 for every last person in the world who has insisted on telling me what I couldn't do. I'm done. All right. And this is called Dear Love, I'm Still Here. You know, Music Soul Child Love? Just think about that for a moment, right? Okay. So, someone once told me that the grass is much greener on the other side, but no one dared to mention that the maintenance level was high. Love. How dare you use that word with me, that word I associate with so much hate, so much pain, yet you use it so carelessly, so arrogantly, so nonchalantly. I love this, I love that. I love her, I love him, I love you. Love, what does that word even mean to you? Do you love me like the heartless father who claimed he loved his family after he ripped their limbs piece by piece? Or what about the mother who drove her newborn babies into a river? Matter of fact, now that I think about it, do you love me like Harper loved Celia, how Ike loved Tina, how Bobby loved Whitney? Do you love me like Judas loved Jesus? Yeah. See, I loved once. Someone once claimed their love to me, yet still managed to hurt me so bad. There I was, the butt in all their jokes, and when I tried to demand an answer or a reason, what did I get? Nothing. But see, here's a message for you. See, dear friend, old friend, good friend, love, I've learned a few things. I mean, my mama taught me how to love, and my daddy taught me how to love someone to the likes of love, but you were neither. You see, love is compassionate, love is kind, and love is there for me always, but where were you? Matter of fact, now that I think about it, if you do love me enough to leave me the hell alone because I'm through with you. Because at the end of the day, you will still be that careless, arrogant, nonchalant beast of the deep that I fell in love with. But how can I expect you to love me if I can barely love myself? So dear friend, old friend, good friend, love, I thank you, but I've learned just one more thing. I've learned that there are way too many places to go, things to do, people to meet, and I can't do that if I'm stuck on you. So dear friend, old friend, good friend, love, I thank you, because after all you put me through, dear love, I'm still here. home. Again, my name is RJ. You can find me on everything at I can, I must, I will. So, yeah, look me up.
Give it up for RJ. RJ, you gotta take me home later. Sorry, RJ. Congestion prices and all of that business. Okay. We are at our second round. All right. This is great. This is a chance for everyone that came up, anyone that wants to come up here. I think we're gonna cap it at maybe 5, 6 performers though. All right. So not everyone back on the stage, but if you want to go again, all right, you have 3 minutes. Do a little something, get it archived, put it on social media. All right, but first, is there anyone here that wants to go that did not go? All right, you still have time though, even after we get some people. Okay, anyone? Okay, good. So, raise of hands. Who wants to go again? Okay. Not everyone at once, please. All right. So Leon, I'm going to point at you because maybe I don't remember your name. Say your name out loud. I got you, Leon. Say your name out loud. Say it out loud. Okay, cool. It makes my job a lot easier. All right, Reyes. Yes, that was you? No. Who's next to Revolutionary Reyes? Who are you? Thunderbat. Okay, sorry. Yeah. Nice and loud. Shade Be Crazy wants to go again. Okay. Thank you. Alan Gary's here still. Excellent. P. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Who else? Anyone else? Give me a short thing. Okay. IJ. All right, we're going to try to get through everyone. We have a hard out at 8:30. Okay? Here we go for a second round. Give it up for Leon, y'all. Yes! Make his stay in the States worthwhile.
Y'all are dope, by the way.
Thank you.
All right. I forgot to introduce the last ones. The first one was called This Little Light, and the other one was called My Creative Love. This one is called Belonging. Have you ever had that feeling where you walk into a room full of people you don't know, and just for a second it feels like all eyes are on you, and they're all quietly asking, do you belong here? Well, you're not alone, because I've been there too. Constantly trying to reshape who we are, shaving off bits of our identity to fit in, ultimately creating somebody that isn't you. Have you ever felt alone? Like you can't relate? Like you don't walk the same, and you don't talk the same, and you don't look like everyone else, and all you want to do is just escape? Well, let me tell you that you belong, because here's the truth and the real thing that I've come to learn. It's about finding the places and people that see the real you. And only then is when you'll start to feel what I'm saying. Are you that person that when you laugh, you can't help but snort? Are you that person that gets lost when making a point because you're tangled with thoughts? It's fine. Trust me. Do you watch a series week by week, or do you need it all in one go so you wait? Do you have a different fashion sense or an unpopular music taste? Like I said, it's fine. Trust me. Whether you need somebody's hand to hold and walk side by side, or you need somebody to clap for your accomplishments, then please use mine. Kef halik, etisen, kidan. Bawoni, como estas, wagwan. These are just a few ways in which I've learned to respect my peers. I will embrace in your culture, your language, and if you need somebody to speak to, then I am all ears, because you belong just as much as I do. So how do we find it? As there is no map to guide us, but that's also what makes it so special, that belonging innately resides inside of us. We are a people that are equal, no matter the race, gender, age, or grade. We collectively share our experiences, coloring that canvas of who we really are without being afraid. Culture isn't something that's built overnight. It's the result of countless minds and diverse experiences coming together with the common goal in sight. The beauty is in the difference. It's the eclectic mix of our stories. It's realizing that your imperfections are perfected for you, as mine are for me. Once we embrace this, we understand that the places we truly belong, we don't need to hide. Belonging is that safe space, a home for our hearts to reside. I hope you see the value in being you, as nobody can be you better. And as a closing line, I'd like to remind that we can all be different together. Thank you.
Thank you so much. How long are you in town for, Leon?
We leave on Saturday.
Saturday. Okay, thank you so much for pulling up to this legendary spot. All right, I hope it was worth your while, and thank you for spitting. That was fucking remarkable stuff. Thank you. All right, on deck we got Sonderbot. Okay, you're still here? I think I see your silhouette. All right, I really can't see nothing beyond these lights, but I can see Court. Give it up for Court, y'all. Yes. Imagine. I would just perch like a gargoyle.
What's up, y'all? Birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh, why can't I? Sometimes I forget that you died. I scroll past pictures like, damn, I need to call my grandma. But if I pick up the phone and tell Siri, hey, call my grandma, some random person who received your number will pick up. Now, to call you, I gotta call God first and ask him to hand you the phone. But on the bright side, he always answers, so I never have to leave a message after the tone. But sometimes I forget that you died. I was thrown in the classroom of death at a young age. I've sat in the front in way too many classrooms, funerals growing up. Attended death school more than high school. Had God as my teacher teaching me about the place beyond the rainbow, the land heard of in lullabies. That's where they go one day. They wake up with the clouds far behind them and I can't go find them. There with God. I was taught that they've been freed. Rainbows beam auras of the spirits lost. I was taught to see the beauty in it all. Every loss is not a loss. I may yearn for their presence, but this pain is somehow a present. My sorrows are only borrowed tears. Rain that had to fall and wash so we can see clearly. Clear skies in my eyes from only seeing all of my family that have died. I've watched loved ones break from the heart-swallowing pain, used God's name in vain because they needed someone to blame as they drowned in blues. And I used to too. Wonder why I can't fly over the rainbow like those bluebirds. If I exude my blue mood, be blue like the birds, what's stopping me from gaining my wings? Why can't I be given what I need to fly to the place behind the sun to come see you? I need you, God. Was there to teach me the reasoning. Every evening, I wanted to make that wish upon that star. He told me not to wake up where the clouds are far behind me. He's not done with me yet. This be a test. Do I let death be my reason for living, or let living with the pain be the reason I die? Do I die with them or live for them? And I have had to choose my life so many times that I forgot that you died, because a family member dying is just another week to me. And maybe it's weak of me to choose to live, to forget the past and forget you've passed, refuse to let my heart miss you, reminisce you, so I dismiss you and angels kiss you. Give me when I remember you're gone. Your soul holds me and you sing me that one song, that song we used to sing growing up. Somewhere over the rainbow. Thank y'all.
You can see Court slam at her Grand Slam the day after Christmas, also known as my birthday. All right. Shout out to the Capricorns. Any Capricorns here? Well, we've moved past that. It's the best zodiac time. All right? Don't sleep on us Capricorns. You know who's a Capricorn? Jesus. Let's go! The best. I'm sorry for yelling. I apologize. Okay. Jesus. And Obama, I think. Okay. On deck, we got Shade Be Crazy. He's ready to go crazy again. Excelente. All right. But coming to the stage, give it up for Sonderbat. He's coming. He's gonna be here in a moment. Look. Now he's loose enough. He's ready to go, yeah? Excellent.
All right, so this piece is called Excuse Me, and excuse me because I'm going to read it from my phone. So Excuse me. Do you not see? Do you not see the parts that crumbled beneath me? Did you do all that you fulfill, all that you can take? Do you not feel the prying and that rake and how you ripped out my heart and left it there for days? The smell of rotting flesh, rigor mortis, tight and wrench. You drank up my blood, love that drenched of you after 14 years, well, time spent. Excuse me, sir, do you not hear the cries that linger when you left me here, the eerie cracks of that opening doors, the mourning for you more, the silence that never ended and ways past hours and more. I waited for your call, agony, endured. Excuse me, do you not feel how I had to swallow my pride and peel myself out of bed to keep you pushing or keep me pushing to clear out my day from you? And all I want is you near. I want our love, a life, a part of me. Let's not pretend. Let's not play. I know you hurt as much as me. I seen your eyes. They look familiar. I seen mine too. In the mirror, I cry. A cry that crowed. A wailing sound. A river that left our love nowhere to be found. Left to wither. Excuse me. I wish you can reconsider. Don't leave. Thank you.
We keep rolling right along with Alan. Alan, you're on deck. Thanks for sticking around, Alan. But give it up for Shade. Be crazy, y'all. Yes! Add a little flavor. Yes, poetry. Unless you're doing some poetry.
I got some poetry too, but I'm not doing poetry right now. I'll do another song. You guys, I forgot to mention, I'm working on an album right now. It's gonna be released by Christmas. It's called The Edge of Happiness. Shout out to you for singing Over the Rainbow. I love that song. Funny enough, this song is called Under the Table. So we got Over the Rainbow. Other Direction. We could play that. This one's cool. I think y'all like it. Hopefully you guys got the file right. I know it was impromptu. Can we possibly raise it a little bit?
Wake up, you know no haters on your radar. Make money all day or stay up. Don't play no games.
You take chaos from the world and hold it in. But did you cry today? Did you even cry? And if I took you on a trip down memory road, you had a dream, set some plans, and you had them goals. Was it worth it? 'Cause did you even try?
Something feels unstable. It's under the table. It's under the table. Something feels unstable. It's under the table. It's under the table.
Now a lot is on your plate and you're holding it down. Did you cry today? Did you get high today? Did you go outside today? Leave a bad little comment online today and get rejected by a baddie. Alright. Does it feel alright? Does it feel alright? Now does it feel alright? And it's creeping. It's creeping. It's creeping. It's creeping. I wonder why it feels like pushing mountains around to get up. But it's creeping. I wonder why it feels like pushing mountains around unstable. It's under the table. It's under the table. I said, something feels unstable. It's under the table. It's under the table. It's under the... Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all.
Yes. Something's under the... That's catchy as fuck, my friend. Thank you for that. All right, on deck, we got IJ, the jump man. You still jumping? Excellent work. But coming to the stage... I'm sorry, IJ. Not yet. Paulie's on deck. Paulie, you still here? Okay, cool. On deck, get ready, get warmed up. But first, give it up for Alan, y'all. Alan Gary, yes! He's coming back. Check that hat. Look at that merch.
This is dedicated to my mom, my greatest hero, always. I could not read when I was a child, isolated from my ABCs like a ghost in a classroom. Teachers at school, like cartoon villains with magical powers, mocked me. Surviving first grade consisted of being someone else, slipping into jester or rebel or invisible, rendering me impervious to the many slings and arrows of classmates who grasped their alphabets while I grasped at straws, and their teacher overlord seeking to diminish me even further. Stupid was a nickname I did not want to ever earn and sought to avoid it at any cost. A fate worse than death was to be marked as the least smart in a class whose students all had the challenges of life and burdens of beginning stigmas society would soon enough thrust upon them. Sanctuary came at home from my loving mother, who unconditionally was able to intuitively understand what I needed and was able to deliver, guiding me with weekend trips to places in my imagination, plus a little help from books from the library, which she first read to me, then I gifted the stories back to her. Mom was my superhero protector, shielding and teaching me with love, patience, and guidance. Afternoons spent in a small upstairs Brooklyn apartment, able to soar through skies, visiting cultures once unknown, now more friend to me than everyday school encounters. Tilting at windmills, which consisted of images of words on paper, no longer looked like a blank slate, just as my soul used to feel. Learning that I could learn, with my mom teaching me that I am worthy. Now I had hope. And here I am, no one's fool, a master's degree in hand, teaching English to immigrants from different lands. Potential was there, just took my mom to make me aware. You can't judge a book by its cover, period.
Oh, man. Thank you so much, Alan. He did my favorite poem of his. Thank you so much. That's fucking awesome. Shout out to the educators, even if they're our guardians, even if they're parents and they're outside of the classroom especially. Okay. On deck, now we have IJ the jump man. You still jumping? Jump man, jump. Jersey, okay. All right. But first, give it up for Paulie, y'all. Yes! Spoken P! Badass poet!
This is new shit. It will never, ever get old. This is called pre-growth. See, I know I'm a great swimmer because I got first place even though I was just a beginner. Because 9 months before June 11th, man, I outswam over 100,000. I was wishing for life, not death. Just didn't know my movie of life was going to have many films like Bronson. I mean, I was like Phelps. Just I had no arms, but my leg game was crazy. I just was faster than the rest with my goal to be accepted and entered its warmth to rest. So began my journey embryonically, and if I thought the swim was hard, man, the next 9 months was gonna be the real test. Cause I was now the caterpillar in the cocoon. Unknowing if I was gonna be that beautiful butterfly, but I'll tell y'all, I definitely was gonna fly. So now began the simple steps, starting with the days of growing, to weeks of expanding in a cocoon that just kept seeming to get tighter. But man, it was warm in here. With unlimited food connected by a cord, now it's months going by, and I gotta tell you, I was listening to the best music. It seemed to be the same every day, just I couldn't tune it. But what a melody, what a melody. That was this angel song that went like this. See, I knew without being named or having a gender or religion what heaven is. Because in that womb was peace and safety. It was a place of only one expectation, just grow and grow healthy. It's kind of crazy, though, that even before we are to be, that we're already on our health, wishing for that safety and warmth again, loving how that felt. Because, Mama, I'm talking to you, but don't know if you hear me. But I feel you rubbing on the outside of your tummy. Because the vibrations are relaxing me on the inside, so keep rubbing, Mommy. You may have left me at 10 with the disease that started where I started, but know that though departed, you're forever in my heart, my martyr. Because I swam and swam better than the rest and harder. Because my beats are the only beats through your beats, making every day missing you my best beats. Love you forever, my nexus. So no need for me to weep, because I can't wait to be with you again when my human form is forever asleep. Poem.
That was a good one. Making me cry at the end of the show. Fuck you, Paulie. Fuck that motherfucker. Okay. All right, our last performer is Michelle. Michelle, are you still here? Okay, Michelle is on deck. But give it up for IJ the Jumpman, y'all. Yes! Woo! There you are. He's coming. He's a shorter poet.
New shit again. All right, this one I call Anxiety. Who's singing that? All right. When did I get here? I don't know. I was just in the back row a second ago. How'd the play go beyond the X's and O's? Bro, if I was Curry, though, I thought it was those from the logo. Logically, of course, that's the course of action. That's why they call it logos. Clearly, I know the way that the heat goes. When it's cold, I have to bold the seat, though. My old mind told me I'm good, now I hold it deceitful. Misled in this life contract, what's this receipt for? I barely ever win. I'll keep the sound defeat for you to smell. I can tell it ain't smelling sweet, though, but I still get up. I didn't hear no bell. But if I had $1 for every time I fell, I'd maybe be well off, but it wouldn't feel swell. Do you know how it feels to have ADHD? Constantly pleading for some brief mercy. When I laugh, you can see the pain through my teeth. At times, I feel stuck in an open sea, but I'm allergic to shellfish. I have to flee. But it feels like a flea is constantly biting me, and my neck as it tightens, it's getting harder to breathe. My pink tongue screeches out to the infinity. The anxiety is real, but they said I was faking. Wake up, you're normal, it's the TV you taking. I feel like bait on a line that's steadily breaking. Ashamed the way that the pain is taking a toll on me, and to the outside it's escaping. My throat is tight and then my hand is shaking. The voice is growing louder, the thoughts they're making. It's way out, they want me to say what they're saying. Ah! Have you ever tried covering your ears? Don't, it's a paradox. You cover your ears to block out what you hear on the outside, but just like a rearview mirror, objects in the mirror are closer than they appear. In this case, the sounds are very much near, grumbling and rumbling, not really tumbling, but when I cover my ears, the sanity starts fumbling. Ain't shit sweet when the cookie starts crumbling. It starts to uncover in my ears and starts stumbling. You know what it feels to be left unchecked? To have nobody check on you or give you respect? To send a text that says help and get left on red? To go to bed every night unsettled? You want to cry but your eyes are dry. I've tried and again, what did I find? I'm like the Nile, waterworks every once in a while. I'm in denial, this shouldn't be my trial. But this decision is final. I'm stuck with this vinyl playing nothing but silence. And the other thing I found is that a room of silence spawns a room of sound. The voices in my head are very much vivid. It's uncomfortable to even say that I'm not tripping. The kicking in my pistons, they thought I was pippin' or something. But I can tell you one thing, everything in life is stretching me thin. And I had to stress one question. What will it take for me to win this war within my mind? I had to keep a steady hand, give it time, and in time, I'll get the life that was mine. But one thing that I now know keeps true is that I have more power over myself than I think I do. Stay jumping.
Hashtag it. Funny? You like that? It's the hashtag stay jumping. Can I get a hoop? Can I get a basketball and a hoop in the chat? Thank you so much. Thank you so much, IJ. He's fucking awesome. Appreciate that. All right. Last performer of the night. Thank you so much for sticking around, y'all. Give it up for Michelle, y'all. Woo! Bye, P. Hello, Michelle.
I'm debating. Do I do the same shit or I do some new shit? I don't know. Okay, Court says new shit. It's not a slam poem, but maybe by next week it will be. There you go, but maybe by next week it will be a slam. All right. So, new shit. New shit? Oh, I've never gotten to say that. Okay, that was fun. Yeah! That was fun. I find myself constantly apologizing, saying sorry for being a burden and for having big feelings, which is apparently just another name for people-pleasing. I beseech, please let me appease. I do it with ease as if my existence is a disease I'm terrified to spread, as if coming into contact will initiate the sudden onset of disappointment. Since birth, I've been wrestling with my own self-worth, digging through dirt, trying to find the words like, I know you don't want me here, but I'll try harder than anyone. I'll be useful, just keep me around. But my big emotions and my need to please, they can't seem to find a way to agree. Because nobody really wants to see big feelings girl crying. So I find myself in disillusion. Scars, contusions, dopamine trauma, all in perfect collusion, happiness a foregone conclusion. See, I keep trying to fight these feelings, but these feelings keep trying me. Like I bring anything to the table besides my anxiety. So I drag myself to the altar, apologize to God, promise to forsake every emotional flaw. Yeah, I'm sure he looks down in awe, thinking, wow, in all my days, she's actually my first ever mistake. So I find myself at the bottom of the bottle, after writing a list of cons and leaving the pros in a blank, empty column. And I simply don't know why they call it rock bottom, because rocks feel softer than these feelings, their friends and their imposters. But I am quixotic, meaning exceedingly idealistic, borderline unrealistic, believing that if people could see me, I mean really see me, then maybe they could find a way to love me. So I just want it to be over. And supposedly heaven isn't far away, but I just can't get close enough to the sun, wishing I was Icarus. This search for an ending is vigorous, and I keep chasing, but death keeps escaping and outracing. So I wait faithfully. And it's not because I haven't tried. I would have really done anything to die. I guess you learn to agonize when you can't even get death right. So I say I'm sorry, like change is something I can make. And I say I am sorry until I start believing that sorry is actually my name. Oh, poem, sorry, poem.
Give it up for Michelle. That's how we're gonna do it. That's how we're gonna do it. End off with some new shit. Michelle's no stranger to these stages. Yo, again, give it up for Michelle. Last minute sign up. We can do that here. That's fine. You can pull up on us on these Wednesdays to perform. Thank you so much, Michelle. And thank you so much, everybody here. Wait, don't go. Don't go yet. We still have a little bit of time. So that means I can give everyone notes. Yeah. All right, as your host, I had to sit back there and listen as much as I can. So if I fuck up some lines, forgive me. But these are the things that spoke to me being your host tonight. I'm very proud of every single one of you. Starting off with Leon Speaks. Thank you so much for coming, Leon. All right, go back home and tell everyone that you came. But everyone here saw you say things like, learn how to shine without asking for permission. Turn the brightness up. Fuck you. I don't have a uni degree. Somehow I'm who you need me to be. These days I stand tall, not to tower. Walk into every room like the floorboards recognize every step. Something like that. Fire. Learn how to, oh, and then you were like, you did that silence thing, right? And you were like, learn how to make the silence sound better than the hook. That shit was tight. That shit was tight, dude. Then he said, culture isn't something that builds overnight. Yeah? The beauty is the difference. Your imperfections are perfected for you. Yeah? Thank you so much, Leon Speaks. That was beautiful. Sonderbat, you still here? Yeah. All right. Thank you so much for saying things like couple of minutes, right? That piece. What are you smoking? I'm being real with you. I love that. I love that. Your kiss was the only thing that matters. It meant you heal me. When you left, I haven't been the same since, with you as a blessing, and now I'm only part of your checklist. I feel that. Who hasn't been there? I fathom a life without a limit, blowing lines from different angles. Good stuff you can chew on. Thank you so much, Sonderbat. Appreciate that. Melodic, are you still here? Or did Melodic go? Well, Melodic was so good. All right, he shared a couple of pieces saying things like, fired up for the walking corpses we admire. Nowadays, I do neither. I don't know about you. Never do I look forward to voting for a demon in a suit. He got political. But you can do that here. Free speech. We can do that. All right, at a Nuyorican Poets Cafe open mic. Elite sleeping with an eye open. A shame how politicians pay the same price of fame. Remember when he said that? But remember that piece that he did for his mentor? I wish that he, I wish that he said the mentor's name, but that was beautiful. All right, feel free. All right, this is the kind of space that do the piece, make it abstract if you want to, but really say the people if you're comfortable with that, especially if it's in memoriam or anything like that. We love to hear it. IJ the Jumpman. I love that first piece with the B's, right? B is how the kids say mid? No. B's for the Bronx. Let's fucking go. You can't be the best without no one to compete with, you said. That shit was hard. Thank you so much, IJ. And that anxiety piece, yeah, we've all been there too. Court with some new shit. I love the new shit. All right, I forgot how to cry. Right, talking about the bills are inevitable, feelings are for infants, responsibilities are for adults. That's true. The feelings are true, right? And then, of course, your piece, right, about your grandmother. Yes, oh, it was beautiful. I had God as a teacher teaching me about the land beyond the rainbow. Every loss is not a loss. My sorrows are only borrowed tears. Do I die with them or live for them? All right, I hope your art kind of answers that kind of question as you pursue it. Thank you so much. Alan, you are responsible. Golden Goose stepping towards your Icarus. That shit was tight. Your souls are dead even though you're alive. I love that. Such good lines. Surviving first grade consisted of something else. Stupid was a nickname I never wanted to ever earn, but my mom was my superhero protector. And then you can't judge a book by its cover. That's some true shit. Thank you so much for sharing that. Alicia, I begged her to do something today. I really did. All right, but thank you. No ego, right? It's all out the door. You did your thing. Disillusioned, shifting my line of sight naturally. That reminds me of you. This desire embodied itself into my being. Inclusive, holding on to the tiny bits, timeless with a love that transcends. These are poetic lines. Do your stuff more, yes? Okay, excellent. Son of David, yeah, he left, yes? He's gone. Thank you, Son of David, for pulling up, sharing his testimony. I loved his pieces. I've went ahead and overstepped holy boundaries, looking outside, waiting for the sin of men to run its course. He was spitting. God on one hand, bag of dope in another. The dawn is on the way, but so is the next stash. Living by the hustler's creed. Dope fiends, we don't die, we get real high and nod the F out forever. Yeah. Revolutionary, you still here? I gotta give you props. I love your style, man. Checkmate, solemnly sworn to weather the storm. With the grace of my queen, I move clean. What that means, her role is supreme. With the path set, I must remove the dragnet or something like that. That's just tight. Vicious looks of rooks, timeless towers of power, like Neo in the Matrix, dodging bullets, merely the basics. Give faces to the faceless, went from defendant to plaintiff. That's what he said. Go back. Go back in the video and watch Revolutionary As. Thank you so much for coming, pal. Spoken P, are you still here? No, he left. But I love P, right? The reality of living is becoming hard to be a parent when the man just wants to be nurtured. His library card reflects a scholar. I love that. How could a man be a man when a man took advantage of the boy? God damn it. And that second piece about sperm, that was tight. That was tight. Y'all caught that? That shit was like, oh, I get it though, it's beautiful. Wait, hold on, go back into the thing and watch it, right? Because the heartbeat thing, right? That was the favorite song. Come on now. Y'all are my favorite artists. I mean, I go home and look at my Spotify rap, but then I remember this shit. And I'm like, no, this shit's tight. Okay. Thank you so much, Shade Be Crazy. I'm gonna add you to my playlist. Shade Be Crazy came up. Right, what was the song called that you did first? Estoy Feliz. Okay, I caught that. I'm happy in Spanish. Go stream it. What's the album gonna be called? The Edge of Happiness. Edge of Happiness. Go stream it. He can do it in both languages. All I could figure out was, "Mommy, come talk to me. If you want to have fun, then I'm offering." That's all I got. When you did the English part, that was tight. You take chaos, but that second piece, that shit rocked. You take chaos from the world, but did you cry today? Did you get high today? Leave a bad little comment online today or some shit? That shit was tight. All right. RJ, you still here? All right, those excuses piece. Yeah, that's some good stuff. Not excuses, not beggars from the streets, but they're excuses. Who wins at being human, you ask, right? I'm tired of excuses. I have them greeting me at my front door. I have enough for, then you count it down all the way to 1 for every last person in the world that insists on telling me what I can't do, right? You said that. I love that. And then you ended that last piece with, after all you put me through, dear love, I'm still here. That's some real shit. RJ's here. Don't fall in love with a poet. Because they'll write a poem and do it at my mic. Right, Michelle? Michelle, are you still here? All right, I got to give you your props. I don't know. You here in the dark with a piece that was dark, but beautiful. It shone light on you and the struggles that we all fucking perceive and take personally. I find myself constantly apologizing, saying sorry for being a burden and having big feelings. I keep trying to fight these feelings, but these feelings keep trying to fight me. Don't fight those feelings because they will inform your art, and thank you so much for bringing your art to me tonight. All right, but will you come back? There is one more Wednesday night mic for this month of December, then we take a break. So next week, I expect you all here. Again, my name is Brian Acosta-Aria, also known as Brian the Motel Guy. Go follow me online, but give it up for yourselves, all right? You saw something beautiful and you said something beautiful. Go be kind to someone tonight, and of course, be kind to yourselves. Goodbye.